Okay, I'm going to show you our basketball setup here at Willamette. This is our play-by-play announcers. This is his computer. You've got a soundboard there. For basketball and for football, our play-by-play person is an old radio person, and he's been running his own spots for a long time, so we just kind of let him do that for now. You can see I've got NDI studio monitor pulled up there, so he can see what's going on. He's got his stats. This is our kind of janky comm setup. This is our primary mixer. We've got play-by-play, crowd, PA. Again, our play-by-play person does his own audio mixing. And then what we have here is a second mixer to pull in talkback. And this little mono-price mixer is kind of a little cheapy. I think it was like $60, something like that. But it's got 4 XLR inputs, and it's got a pre-fader aux. And so what that allows us to do is I send essentially talkback on this aux channel. And so when the play-by-play person has his mic down, there's no volume going out over the air, but I can still hear him over the aux channel. So it's our little hack to get comms. We got our stats, scoreboard controller, and this in the back of the scoreboard controller I've got this serial. This is a custom cable I made, and this is a serial to Ethernet adapter. And so what that is going to do is that's going to put all the data that comes out of the serial port on the All Sport onto the network, and then from the computer, the streaming computer, I can pull in that data. PA, we send a signal over to play-by-play, so he can pull in the PA for intros or national anthem or things of that nature. Okay, so under each hoop, I've got a Marshall 500 series point of view cam. You can see it's right up there. And with that camera, I've got this Siamese cable that goes all the way around and up to the control station. So let's head up there. And so I've got, like I said, I've got those Marshall cameras on each side of the gym, one under each hoop, and cables going around back up to here. So you can see here those Siamese cables that come back into our rack type computer. This is just kind of custom rack thing I built. Nothing fancy. It just kind of cleans up some of our connections. There's our primary camera. I think I've shown this off before, but it's all built on rails with a monitor, so a nice big clean monitor, so whoever's operating can clearly see what they're doing. Then that camera is our primary camera. This is our fourth camera. It's just a PTZ optics, PTZ NDI camera. So that's going to come in via NDI over the network. And this is control center, if you will. We're running Wirecast. And what I got 2 monitors set up. On the second monitor, I'll typically do a multi-view. So we can, it's just, there you go. So that's my typical multi-view. Each of our 4 cameras, preview and live. And this is my laptop. I'm running Titler Live. I have Present and Sport. Really, I'm using present to get the CSV inputs. And so what I'm doing is I have the CSVs for roster lower thirds. So let me bring that up. And so if there's my lower thirds, and just by changing one of the names, you can see it updates. And so real easily for each team, the home team's obviously easy, it's the same every time. The away team, I just get that, I have to import that CSV file, and so I can have lower thirds for pretty much anyone on the roster. And this is a hodgepodge comm system right here. What I'm using this for is primarily it's primarily comms, and so I can have a headset for myself, and maybe someone who's running the titler, and we can talk to each other, and then I send the output of that via an aux back down to the play-by-play. And so if I want to talk to play-by-play, turn the aux up on that channel, say what I need to say, and then turn it back down. So again, janky little setup, but it works. It's been able to get it done with basically the equipment we have, not having to buy anything. Oh, there's the other side of the rack. Nothing fancy. It's the Intel NUC Skull Canyon, and I've got 3 USB Magewell cards, 2 SDI and 1 HDMI, bringing everything in, and there's our 4 cameras. The first one is camera A is the primary. That comes in over HDMI. Then I've got B and C. Those are both the Marshall cameras under the hoop, coming in via SDI. And then D is my PTZ Optics camera. And the nice thing about the PTZ Optics camera is I can have presets. So, for example, if I want to click on that, the presets right there, I can tie my presets to my shots. And so, super easy to basically add another angle to our broadcast without much work. I don't use that camera a lot. Maybe when I go in and out of commercials, stuff like that, cutaway shots. It enables me to do it without having an operated camera. So I think that's pretty much it. You can see. I guess I could show off this score bug. There's our score bug, and that score bug, that's all custom code that I wrote in Python. It's ingesting that serial feed over the network and then outputting a PNG file, and then Wirecast every time that PNG file updates, Wirecast updates, and we've got a good score bug. So there you have it. Hope you enjoyed.